Let me ask you a question. Are you frustrated by not having enough money? Do you dread opening the mail because you're worried about bills you can't afford to pay? Do you wish all your debt problems would just go away so you can enjoy your life without all the stress and worry? If you've answered yes to any of these, you're certainly not alone. The problem is, until now, there hasn't been an easy solution, short of winning the lottery. And let's face it, you've got more chance of being run over by a bus. So let me ask you one more question. If I showed you a way to get out of debt, would you grab it with both hands? If your answer is no, please turn off this video now, because it's not for you. You see, over the next few minutes, I'm going to show you step by step how you can get out of debt, get rid of the worry, and turn your life around once and for all. So if you're still watching, you're obviously serious about getting rid of your debt. So let's get started. My name is Ashton, and today I'm going to share with you a closely guarded secret that the wealthy people use and the poor don't even know about. Yet it's so simple to apply. In this video, I'll show you how to get more money in your pocket each week by taking control of your finances. I'll show you how you can quickly and easily save up to $400 each and every month just through a simple process. And I'll show you how you can track all of this in a simple way. Look, I'm not going to tell you you can get $1 million in your bank in only a week, and I'm not going to give you one tip that can give you total financial freedom. What I'm going to do is give you tried and tested and proven solutions that work. So let me just tell you a little about this video. First off, it will only be available for a very short time. I've never given away this much information at one time before in a free video you can watch all in one sitting. I'm giving you this as I've been there before myself, and I want to help you break free of the chains of debt that are stopping you from enjoying your life. Now, I'm not a financial planner or a financial advisor, so I'm not going to be selling you financial advice, mortgage or refinance services. What I am going to be doing is showing you what has worked for me and the thousands of other people who use this same system. Obviously, everyone's financial position is different, so I recommend you get yourself a financial planner or advisor if you want to pay for advice. So to take financial control, there are only 3 things you have to know. You have to know how much you're earning, how much you're spending, and how much you have left over at the end of each week. Don't worry, these principles are actually quite easy once you know what you're looking for, and I'm going to explain them all to you in just a moment. So what can you expect if you follow these 3 principles? This will help you stop accumulating debt and start turning your life around. You'll find out how much it actually costs you to live each day. For some people, this can be a real shock. You'll create an action plan to get you back on track once and for all. If you follow what I share with you in this video, you will be successful. I'd like you to promise yourself something, and that is that you'll sit and watch this video from start to finish. Remember, this video is not for me, it's for you, and I'll be giving you vital information all the way through it. Don't worry, this is not some magic get-rich scheme where I'm going to tell you you can have $1 million in your account in the next 2 weeks. And I'm not a financial institution hoping to sell you more finance to get you even further into debt. But this is real information that you can use right now.
So who exactly am I? So I told you my name is Ashton, and I started budgeting 9 years ago, and not by choice. 9 years ago, my wife and I were blessed with twin babies. One of our kids was born very ill, and we spent a considerable amount of time in hospital. Thankfully, he gained strength, and within 4 months, we were allowed to bring him home. Once home, we spent a considerable amount of time and money at specialists to fully address the issue. Thankfully, he's okay now, so all that time and money was well spent in my mind. Before the kids came along, my wife and I were both working, and we had ample money and a small mortgage, so we didn't have to worry about budgeting. We just bought what we needed at the time. You've heard the saying, double income, no kids. Well, once the kids arrived, everything changed. My wife stopped working, the expenses escalated, and we had to seriously reevaluate where our money was going. I searched the internet for some simple but effective budgeting templates or programs, and even got tricked into refinancing into an account with a directly accessible offset account. That meant we could directly access our home mortgage. Problems got worse, as we could then spend every dollar that was in that mortgage, as well as in the savings account and on the credit cards. Things were looking bleak, and we just couldn't seem to find the help we needed on the internet at the time. Now, I'm not sure what it's like where you're from, but in Australia we don't like to ask friends and family for help. It shows a weakness we're just not comfortable to show. So, unhappy with any of the information we could get access to, I started building my own library of information, and then I built some software to go with it. Using this information, we got ourselves out of the hole, and now I'm happy to say we're back on top. The story doesn't end there though. As I created all this information, I've decided to share bits and pieces of it to anyone who asks. People have been asking me for ages to put it all together and create a presentation, so that's why you're seeing what you're seeing here today. Now that you know about me, I thought it would be nice for you to hear from my wife Vanessa, so she can tell you how the budgeting has worked for the whole family.
Hi everyone, my name is Vanessa, and Ash has asked me to let you know a little about how the budget has worked in the household. As Ash said earlier, money wasn't an issue before the kids came along, as we were both working and had minimal expenses. Things certainly changed once we had the twins, and we spent many sleepless nights worried about how we were going to pay the bills, or even used the maxed out credit cards. Thankfully, Ash isn't one to give up, so he put together some ways we could save money, and we started tracking every dollar we spent. Using this information, we changed a few things about the way we shop. For a start, we now shop from a list instead of browsing the aisles. Secondly, instead of lots of little purchases from our local store, we go to the larger supermarket where there is more choice and cheaper prices. We also reviewed our regular costs, like mobile phones, house and car insurances, etc., and shopped around for better deals. Seeing how much was left over at the end of each day, and it wasn't much, really made us reconsider those little purchases, like lunch from the cafe or that takeaway meal at night. I'm happy to say that we saw an instant improvement in our bank balance once we started budgeting, and it's been growing steadily ever since. Running a budget has allowed us to choose the lifestyle we want, rather than being ruled by how much money is in the bank, or not in the bank, as it was the case in those early days.
Thanks, Ness. So let's get into it. At the start of this video, I told you I'd show you how to get more money in your pocket each week by taking control of your finances. You've just heard a few great tips from Ness, so let's get into the detail. I'm going to give you 10 crucial steps to get you on your way. Step 1. Create a budget with realistic targets. Your first budget will focus on adjusting your spending habits. Start your budget by setting targets which are easily achieved, which will cause a shift in your habits. A great one to start with is to find a daily luxury you can do without. This could be your morning coffee you purchase on the way to work, or that sandwich you get from the local takeaway store each day. Both these examples are more of a habit than a necessity. You know you can make a coffee and a sandwich at home to take to work, or you can make these at work. But that habit you've formed of going to your local cafe or takeaway store is costing you a lot more than you can think. Break this habit and stick to it, and you'll find it easy to do with other larger expenses. The next tip is to make sure you give consideration to all expenses that occur. Pay special attention to expenses that occur once a year, such as insurances, car registration and maintenance costs, etc. These expenses don't occur every month, and they will bust your budget plans wide open if money is not set aside for them. The regular routine expenses are not the reason your budget will fail. It's these yearly or quarterly expenses that will blow your budget out if you don't plan for them. Next is print out your budget and put it somewhere you can see it to ensure it stays at the top of your mind. Don't try and memorize your budget, as it will change with time. Review your position weekly and monthly to check you're on track, and don't forget to give yourself a little reward each time you succeed. More about this later on. If you've had a bad month or week, don't give up. Let's say you've been reaching your budget goals for 3 months, and in the 4th month, for whatever reason, you didn't reach your budget goals. Maybe you even stopped trying to stick to your budget. If this happens, don't just throw your hands in the air and admit to failure. Everyone falls off the wagon sometimes. Your budget is a journey. There will be bumps in the road. So the key to realise is that everyone makes mistakes, and the fact that you are even trying to budget puts you in the bracket of the millionaire mindset. Now, it can take months to fine-tune a personal budget. When you initially made your budget plans, you probably had to guess at some of the figures. They may not have been in touch with the realities of everyday life. For example, you may have underestimated your monthly grocery or utility bills. If this happens, analyse all of the underlying money that was spent in this category to see if your initial estimate was unrealistic. If it was, try and come up with a more accurate number, and then stick to that new figure. It is this type of adjustment that is one of the keys to making sure you can stick to your budget. Review your budget every month. This is where you'll make any adjustments that are needed. Set aside the first day of each new month to review your income and expenditures and match them to your budget goals. By actively reviewing your finances and comparing it to your budget, you can adjust your spending habits. This gives you a chance to analyse areas that exceeded your budget expectations and make the adjustments on your spending habits or your budget. The goal here is not to forget about your budget. One tip that worked for me was to put a printout of my budget on the refrigerator. That way every day I'm reminded of how much it's costing me to survive each month and how much I can save each day if I stick to my budget. That is why the earlier tip about printing your budget is so important. Set specific short-term goals. Let's say one of your budget goals is to have all your credit card bills paid off in 2 years. If your credit card balances total $20,000, that will be $10,000 a year. Divide that number further into quarterly reductions in your credit card bills. In this case, $2,500 every 3 months. Now, this is a much more tangible goal to shoot for, isn't it? I find that when I divide the intermediate and long-term goals into short-term tangible stepping stones, I'm able to feel a greater sense of accomplishment and am even more likely to succeed. This brings us to number 8. Reward yourself. That's right, treat yourself when you reach some of your short-term goals. Since your financial budget is really a journey, take some time to smell the roses on your way. Ensure you work these treats into your budget. Sticking to your budget should not be a restrictive, unpleasant experience. Not only should you take the time to enjoy your financial accomplishments along the way, but use part of your budget for fun things that you enjoy. Just make sure your rewards don't end up breaking your budget. Pay yourself first. I'm sure that one of your budget goals is to save and invest a portion of your income. One of the keys to make sure you succeed at this is to do what your government does with your paycheck. Take it out of your discretionary income immediately. This way, the money is saved away right off the bat. Move the money immediately into a savings or mutual fund account. Many mutual fund companies can set up automatic deductions from your paycheck. Despite your best intention to save, the hectic daily demands of life can reduce the amount you're able to, so lock it away now. Attitude is everything. When most people think of a budget, they picture restrictions and pain, almost like a diet. You know what happens with most diets? They don't seem to work for long. First, if your budget is too restrictive on your spending, it won't work either. However, you need to limit your spending in some areas, and this will take some adjustment in your attitude. Over time, you'll find that you don't want to disappoint yourself by breaking your spending goals on a spur-of-the-moment purchase. You'll find you get more pleasure knowing that you're reaching your budget goals when the thought of an impulse purchase crosses your mind.
So that's it. That's everything you need to know about budgeting. I know what you're thinking. This seems like a lot of information to absorb in one video. Now, how do you know if it's going to work for you? Well, don't worry. The fact that you're even watching this video and considering taking control of your finances means that you are in the top 2% of people in the world who take responsibility for their finances. That's right, top 2% of the world. So just for being in this top 2%, I've put together a little package that tells you exactly what to do, exactly what to watch for, and exactly when to review those expenses. And I'll even give you the software required to do all this with. Would that make it easier for you? Would that remove any remaining blocks you might have to managing your finances? I've named it the Easy Budget program, as it's so easy once you have access to all the right information and tools. It will be the best chance you're ever going to have of managing your finances, and I'm going to give you everything you need to do this effectively.
The Easy Budget program is not something that will stop you from living a full and happy life. In fact, this will give you the life you've always wanted. It is not going to recommend anything that has not already worked for me and countless others. It will not recommend anything that will deprive you of the money you need to live. It will not stop you from going out. And the Easy Budget program will not take over your life. So if it's not any of those things, then what exactly is it? Well, you can expect to have a much better relationship with money. You'll no longer stress when bills arrive, as you'll already have planned to have the money set aside to pay these. You'll spend your money wisely and see your bank balance grow as a result. And you'll build a personalised budget applicable to you. So this is what you'll get on the Easy Budget program. You'll get the Easy Budget software. That's right, you'll get the award-winning Easy Budget software that I built and I use to manage my finances to pinpoint accuracy. This software is so simple and easy to use. You'll love it. This software will not only capture all your income and expenses, but you can even enter in details of items you're dreaming of. And this program will calculate when you can purchase them. It's insane. What's more, this software gives you graphical reports and will allow you to print these reports to put up at work or on the fridge at home, so you can monitor your progress quickly and easily. This software even allows for up to 4 accounts from the one computer. So if you have kids, you can allocate an account to them so they can track their own income from pocket money or that part-time job, and they can become responsible little money managers. What bad habits are you teaching your kids about money right now? This could be the turning point for you and your kids, and it's all thanks to you. You'll also get the Easy Budget manual. This is a complete manual on managing your money and covers everything we've spoken about today, as well as a step-by-step guide on managing your budget through the Easy Budget software. What's not in this manual isn't worth knowing, as I've ensured every detail on budgeting is covered. This is the first time I've pulled together all the information into one powerful manual, and it's ready for you to take and use. You'll also get all our budgeting tips. We've been collecting budgeting tips for over 9 years now, and I'm going to give you all of these as part of the total package. There's tips on saving money at the shops, at home, on insurance, on entertainment, on vacation, on your vehicle, and even on education. I've even got tips there about how to save money when getting married. There are over 10 separate documents covering 130 pages and a total of over 2,600 tips in these documents. I think the pieces of the puzzle are beginning to fall into place for you right now. For the first time, you'll figure out what you've been doing so wrong. You'll make slight adjustments to spending patterns. You'll watch and celebrate money return to that bank account. And you'll feel good about money. Here are all the tools you're getting again in the Easy Budget program. You get the Easy Budget software, developed by me for people who want results. You get the Easy Budget manual, which gives you step-by-step guidance on how to set up and stick to your budget. And you get the Easy Budget tips and hints to help you identify where you can save money. Now here's a few short videos from existing customers. Some have even chosen to mention their favourite tip from my ebooks. Now I love getting these videos, and I'd love to get one from you too, if you have the time once your finances are addressed.
Hey, my name is Mark, and I just want to say thank you for the amazing software and tips that I was able to get through EasyBudget.tv. You guys are amazing. I was able to balance my budget, get my finances in order, and just get a grasp on all of my finances. It's amazing to be able to look at my budget now and see zeros across the board and money in my bank. I really appreciate what you guys have done. Keep up the good work. Thanks, guys.
Hi, Easy Budget. It's Stephanie here. My favorite budget tip is avoid late fees by paying the credit card on time. I also want to say thanks for simple and easy budget programs. It's really made a difference for me and my family.
Hi guys, this is Bethan and I just wanted to say a really big thank you for the amazing software and documents. Thanks to EasyBudget, my finances are finally back on track and I feel so great.
So as you can see, this works with all types of people, as long as you or your partner earn some form of income and you spend your money. And hey, who doesn't spend money, right? So what's the price of this package? This has cost me thousands of dollars to produce, and I just wasn't sure how much to charge for this. So I asked some business colleagues, and they suggested it was worth at least $397. I thought about it, and feel that was just too much to ask because I want this to be available to people that needed it the most. So I decided to slash the price right down to a tiny $47. I may have to put the price up soon, but if you'd like all this for $47, you can get it today, right here.
I know what you're thinking. What if this doesn't work for me? What if I don't see my money returning to my bank account after I put your suggestions into action? Well, we have our 60-day money-back guarantee. That's right. If you're not 100% satisfied that EasyBudget is the simplest and easiest solution to your budgeting, I will fully refund your money, no questions asked. That's right. This is my personal guarantee. If you're not 100% happy with everything you get, I will personally see to it that you get your full money back, no questions asked.
Oh, and one more thing. We created a Microsoft Excel version of the EasyBudget software after a request from some of our customers who needed to have it in the perfect format that a bank or financial planner might ask for. Now I want you to have this too. This entire program is available by digital download, as we know you don't want to be waiting for bulky packages to arrive by snail mail. I know you want to get started immediately, so I've ensured that everything is in place to let you download this entire package immediately, so you won't have to wait. Once again, I'm not sure how long I'm going to offer the products at this low price, as to be honest, it's nowhere near the cost of the time that I've spent putting all this together. So here's what you need to do. Just click on the window at the bottom of the screen that says Show me how to get out of debt. That's right, press that button to sign up. Definitely do this now. As I told you in the beginning, I don't know how long I'll keep this up here for. I'm going to get Vanessa to answer a few frequently asked questions now, but if you don't want to wait, press that button now.
Hi guys, Ness here again. Here's some of the most common questions I get about the home budget. Do I need to stop spending altogether? No, you don't have to stop spending. In fact, it's the opposite. It's opening you up to spending in the right places at the right times. And just think of the money that you're going to unlock by not having to pay those late fees on the overdue bills and credit cards. How do I get the family to budget? It's easy. Your family will love you. Just get an understanding of what it is they really want. A new TV, a holiday, etc. And set goals to save enough money to afford it. Once they are seeing the dreams become a reality, they'll be suggesting other ways to manage the budget as well. Is this going to be hard work? Imagine living each day without the concern of how you're going to be able to buy food from the supermarket. This will actually give you the confidence to live life to the fullest. What about the included software? Is it easy to use? Well, I only use the computer for 4 things: email, Facebook, general web surfing, and EasyBudget, so it can't be that hard. The software is easy to use and comes with full instructions. You don't even need to know how to use Microsoft Excel. Simple, easy software. I've gone through all the information and simplified it. Ash is such a detailed person that the original documentation was twice as complex and really didn't need to be. I've gone through all of it and made sure that all the information is simple and easy to understand, even if you've never managed a budget in your life. So, just click to get your EasyBudget package right now. Remember, you'll gain access to all this information right away, and this is not available in stores.